If you know yourself that you're not South African, please stand up. Please stand up. Please don't try and stand up right now. Stand up. Sister, are you South African? Are you South African? Because we are going to check everybody. Check them. Please, if you're not South African, come with me. Come. Come with me. Come. Sister, come. But you guys are not South African, go out. You can go to Unjani, block P there, or Butila Hospital, go. Hey, fast. Because Zimbabwe, you run past. All right. So first of all, I watched this video. I don't want to be angry. Most of the time, things I see on social media, sometimes gets to me. But at this point in time, I don't really want to be angry. Because when I watched this video yesterday night, I felt deeply sad inside of me. I felt very, 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 very bad, and this got my attention. I keep wondering, Africans, what is really our problem? What is really our problem? Because when I saw this video, this guy here was, this is South African. In South Africa, South African asking people that came to hospital, if you are not from South Africa, that you should stand up. That if you are not from South Africa, that you should stand up, that you are not meant to be treated in the hospital, that you should go. What even made me angry is not even that he asked non-South Africans to leave the hospital. It's not even it's not because he told the non-South Africans that they can't be treated in the hospital. What got me very, very angry and upset, super upset, was the manner and the approach he used in telling them to leave the hospital. This is the problem that we have in Africa, and sometimes we keep clamoring, we keep shouting that Westerners are the ones as the problem that we're having. Westerners are this, Westerners are that. Listen, we Africans, we hate ourselves. I've said it time without number. I keep wondering why these videos will not go viral, because I don't know. Listen, we keep hating ourselves, we keep discriminating ourselves, we keep dividing ourselves, because I don't find it funny. When someone is sick, you are living in a country. We are Africans. According to the AU law, right? Africans have the right to travel around every African country or live around every African country. Likewise, ECOWAS citizens have the right to travel around ECOWAS countries. The same thing applicable to Schengen, states. Schengen states in Europe, they have the right to travel around every Schengen state in Europe, right? So now I keep wondering, how on earth? Okay, let's set aside tribalism or whatsoever. Let's talk about our conscience. Let's talk about humanity. Someone is sick. You already know very well that for someone to come to the hospital is because the person is sick. You can't find a very healthy person in the hospital. It's not possible. Anybody that goes to the hospital is because the person is sick and the person is looking for a way to treat himself or herself. And when people come to hospital, you don't make them look less of themselves. You don't discriminate them. This is the problem we have across every African country. Sorry guys. So, my anger is not even that, he was just telling them, hey, he rejected, treating them in the hospital. My anger was the manner and the approach he used, in talking to them, in explaining to them, and the way he asked them to leave the hospital. This is pure wickedness. South Africans are known for this kind of attitude, xenophobic attitude, division and discriminating attitude. South Africans are known for this. And I keep wondering, where are we heading to from here? And we're looking for one African, continent where we can, be able to unite ourselves, work hand in hand and, love ourselves, cherish ourselves and do things in common. Is that how we're going to do things in common? It's becoming obvious that Africans, we don't love ourselves. It's obvious. We don't love ourselves in any form. We don't love ourselves, because if we truly love ourselves, if we really have conscience, if we really think about humanity first, this kind of video that I watched here, it would have never happened. Sincerely speaking, when somebody comes to the hospital, it's because the person is sick. Okay, now let me ask a question. What about if these people leave the hospital? Immediately they leave the hospital, God forbid, it happens that they died. Who do you think that killed? Is it the sickness that killed them, or these people, this particular guy killed them. Even with the approach that this guy used on a sick person in the hospital, can even traumatize the sick person and make the sick person start feeling less of himself, start having the mindset that there's no need of living. Can easily make the sick person to even take his life or her life, commit suicide. This is becoming too much in South Africa. It's not okay, not just only South Africa anyway. This is becoming too much in Africa. This is one of the reasons why I'm so proud of Nigeria. I'm super proud of Nigeria. You can call Nigeria any name. You can say whatever what you want to say about Nigeria. You can call Nigerians scammers. You can call them criminals. You can call them whatever that comes to your mind. That's okay. But you see Nigeria, my own country. Nigeria, my own country. We cherish foreigners more than we cherish ourselves. We respect foreigners more than we respect ourselves. We protect foreigners more than we do protect ourselves. Foreigners in Nigeria, once you cross border, it is difficult to cross our border. But when you cross our border and enter inside Nigeria, you become automatically a Nigerian. That is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. And Nigeria is the only country in the whole of Africa that has this attitude. Nigeria is the only country in the whole of Africa that you will enter and you become a Nigerian. Nigeria, there's nothing like you could see immigration on the road asking you where is your resident permit, where is your this, where is that. You can't find that in Nigeria. Immigration, we don't even have enough immigration that will be walking on the street looking for people with their resident permit. We don't have that time. Nigeria, once you enter Nigeria, you become automatically a Nigerian. You can do whatever citizens are doing. There is no discrimination. There is no division. There is nothing. You can't find anywhere they say there is a xenophobic attack on foreigners in Nigeria. It's not possible. It's not possible. But every other country I've traveled to, like I said, I've traveled to 17 countries since 2011, and I've been to 13 African countries. Listen, all the African countries that I've been traveling to can never have a character like Nigeria. You can never see. Nigeria is a free country. That is one of the reasons why when foreigners come to Nigeria, they commit crime, and some of them come to our country and take our passport and go and commit crime. They will say it's Nigerians. A true Nigerian, a typical Nigerian have so much love in him or her. A typical Nigerian is full of love. Just because most of you have not interacted with Nigeria, go deeper with Nigerians. But you see every other African country in Africa, they are so mean to foreigners. They are so mean to their own brothers. Listen, I've been living in the Gambia for the past 15 years, or going to 15 years. I came here 2010. It's almost going to 15 years right now. Since I came to this country, I've been paying resident permit. Do you know how much we pay resident permit? Recently, this year, I paid $3,650. $3,650 is approximately almost 100,000 naira. That is what we pay every fucking year. And if you see Gambia immigration, how they disrespect their fellow African brothers, not even just fellow African brothers, their fellow West African brothers. Meanwhile, ECOWAS law says that any ECOWAS citizen has the right to travel around ECOWAS country, live around ECOWAS countries, and do businesses in ECOWAS countries. But the rate and the way ECOWAS citizens have been disrespected in the Gambia where I live, not just only in the Gambia, in other African countries, in other West African countries, is so inhuman and so unbearable. Sometimes I keep wondering, where are we heading to from here? What is the unity that they are talking about? Where is it? The love that they are talking about, where is it? Okay, now we're complaining about Westerners. Westerners are not the ones that will come and give us peace. They are not the ones that will come and give us unity. We understand the fact that during the colonial time, they put artificial borders to separate us and to divide us. But what can we do right now to abolish those things, to destroy those things, those things that they built from the onset? What can we do? We can only do it by loving ourselves, by cherishing ourselves, by embracing ourselves. Wickedness is order of the day in Africa. You prevented your sick African brothers from being treated, and you are asking, where are you, a South African? Listen, the matter of everything here is not even about being a South African or be a Nigerian or the matter what matters here. Are you a human? If you truly have humanity in you. And most of these people, even they will go to church someday and pray, God bless me. They will go to mosque and pray, God bless me. They are not even thinking of their actions towards their fellow human being. This is pure wickedness, and nothing. There's not anybody will tell me this is absolutely pure wickedness. Anybody that does this, anybody that did this, don't deserve to be a human. You are an animal. Honestly speaking, it's becoming too much. Day in, day out, every blessed day, we keep hearing different news from South Africa, from other African countries, the way they discriminate foreigners, the way they treat foreigners, the way they dehumanize foreigners. And the foreigners you are talking about is their fellow African brothers, it was African brothers and fellow African brothers. And if you are doing this to them, how do you want the West to see you? When you travel to the West, you complain of racism, you complain about this discrimination, you complain about this and that, but you in your own continent, you don't even love yourselves. Sincerely speaking, this is becoming too much. And South Africans, it's becoming too much of you guys. The racism and xenophobic attack on your fellow African brothers, you will pay for it someday. And you forgot that during the apartheid, Africans came through for you, most especially Nigeria. Nigerians came through for you guys. But the way you guys are paying back now is uncalled for, and the leaders are quiet. ECOWAS, we have African Union, and they are seeing what is going on. They cannot do anything. Even during the 2019 xenophobic attack that was made on the Africans, that's why sometimes when I tell you that African Union is a scam, believe me, African Union is a scam. And we must do something about these things that is going on in South Africa. We can't be sitting on the fence watching this kind of thing keep going on our brothers and sisters living in South Africa, and we close our mouth without talking. It is